A second sign of a rabbit that is ready for mating or for reproduction, this vulva should be more broadened and reddish or pinkish. It will be more broadened and more pinkish. This vulva, this part here. Breeding of rabbit. Let me start with the age at which a rabbit will attain before breeding. Most likely, the medium size to large size breed of rabbit, the female should attain at least 5 months of age before breeding will start, while the male should attain 6 months of age.
Hello everyone and welcome to Urban Farm NG. So today we'll be talking about rabbit breeding. This is a very interesting topic in rabbit farming. So I will urge you to watch this video till the end because there is a lot of things for you to learn in this video. And if this is your first time on this channel, I will urge you to subscribe to the channel and press the bell notification icon so you can get notified anytime we drop a new video.
But smaller breeds can breed as early as 3 months, 4 months. That's 3 months for female, 4 months for male. They can breed as early as that age. Even some of these medium-sized breed can also breed as early as 4 months, 5 months, but with probably a not too big body size. But you want your mother to have good size to be able to withstand the stress of nursing. So it is advisable for you to wait till that size is attained. At least 70% of the adult size should be attained at least before breeding commences. Now that is the age. We have different signs by which you know or dictate that a rabbit is ripe for breeding purpose. I've mentioned the body size. The body size should not be less than 70% of the adult size. For example, this little girl here is still around 60%. Yes, about 60% of the adult size. A second sign of a rabbit that is ready for mating or for reproduction, this vulva should be more broadened and reddish or pinkish. It will be more broadened and more pinkish. This vulva, this part here, this is almost ready for mating. So by the time the body's mass has attained 70%, I may decide to cross or still wait further. So if I am saying that is 60% and still going to 70%, you can look at a typical adult here. It's a typical adult rabbit, you can see. So this is a typical adult rabbit. So, and that rabbit is 4 kg plus. She should be around 1 year now, 11 months, 12 months, thereabouts. Now let us talk about the proper way to breed rabbit. Now, the best and most important aspect of this is that you should take the female to the male room. Don't take the male to the female. If the male is active, the moment you drop the female in that room, the male will mount and successful mating will take place. But in the case where there is no successful mating, probably maybe the female is stubborn or is not ready to mate, or probably the tail is running around making it difficult for the male to mate. Instead of keep waiting, you wait till another day for the female to be submissive, you wait for another day for the female to be receptive, things like that, you waste time. There's what we call forced mating. In forced mating, you hold the female while the female is inside the male room. You hold down with the air. You hold down the female. You hold down the female for the male to mount, and successful mating will take place. And if it is still difficult, then you can try to lift the tail of the female a little bit. As you are holding the air down for the male to mount, you can use your hand like this to hold the tail, to raise it up for the male to penetrate, to have a successful penetration and successful mating. Now that you are done with that, there is successful mating, you will return the female back to the room. At least 2 fall off is good enough. 1 fall off is mostly successful, but for a better assurance, 2 fall off is good. That is, the male will mount and fall off. Falling off shows a successful mating. The male will fall off, as you can see in this short video. The male will fall off, while the male will fall off. Then after a short rest, the male will mount again, and if there is successful mating, the male will fall off again. So that is successful mating. Still on breeding. Now you return the female back to the room, back to her room, and after about 4 days to 7 days, or probably a week, you start, if you are trying to touch the female, you start hearing a ground sound. The female will be making some sound in the cage, making a ground sound, or probably making some funny sound. It's one of the signs that the rabbit is pregnant. Another sign that the rabbit is pregnant is that at about 2 weeks gone into, after the mating, about 2 weeks gone, or maximum of 3 weeks gone after the mating, there will be increase in body weight of the female. The third sign is that at 3 weeks gone after the mating, a little robust will show gradually on the tummy. You will notice, if you are conversant with your rabbit all the time, you will notice that a little. Pregnancy in rabbit, it does not show like pregnancy in other animals, whereby you see left and right is so bulge. It doesn't show like that. Sometimes you might not even notice anything, but if you are used to the size of your rabbit, there is tendency for a little increase around the tummy area at about 3 to 4 weeks of the after mating of the pregnancy. That's the third sign. Now for the fourth sign. The fourth sign is that at about a day, or at the time of littering, or let me say maybe 4 days to littering, the rabbit will start scratching and eating on a corner, at a particular corner. So the rabbit is telling you that he has chosen or picked a corner where she will litter, that is, born her babies. That's another sign. So if you combine all these 4 signs, then you can say that, oh, this rabbit is pregnant. But there is a sure banker way that you can know or dictate that a rabbit is pregnant, and that way is called palpation. Palpation. Palpation is simply carried out by placing a rabbit that you have mated after 14 days of the mating, 12 to 14 days of mating. You place it on a platform, on a table or a platform, and you put your hand towards the end region, that's the end part, and gently roll your thumb and fingers across the tummy. As you are rolling your thumb and fingers across the tummy, you feel a thumb-like ball shapes, which are babies of rabbit. So that's the way you can palpate. You have to be gentle so that you will not break or cause any damage or harm to the babies inside. So that's the sure way which we use here on our farm to dictate pregnancy at about 12 to 14 days after crossing. So a rabbit that is not pregnant, we can easily remate again. Now let me also mention about preparation for a pregnant rabbit. The only aspect that you have to come into is to observe the rabbit and see dictate together with your rabbit a suitable location where she want to litter. When you have done that, then you have to place a litter box. This is a typical example of litter box. These are litter boxes. You place a litter box in the cage in the specified position in the rabbit's house at 2 days to litter. How do you get the actual date your rabbit will litter? Now, if you mate rabbit on a day, you have to note the date you have mated the rabbit. Now, a month after, that is 30 days, you can place the box at 28 days. But rabbit will give birth 30 or 31 days, most likely 31 days. So here we usually place the litter box at 30 days or 29th day. It depends on the number of babies that we have felt in the tummy. But to be on the safer side, if we have plenty of females that have mated, we have to go with, instead of trying to figure out how many it is, this and that, we just place the litter box at 29th day to be on the safer side. Now, in case you could not remember the date you have mated the female, this is another way you can be on the safer side, is that you continue to observe all those signs, and by the time you start seeing the rabbit pulling off fur, then you know that this rabbit is about to give birth. Is about to give birth. So you quickly place your litter box in the cage. So the litter in the litter box. But in case whereby the rabbit did not even show you any sign, or did not even pull out her own fur and just litter on the wire mesh, well, the moment you see that, you rub your hand on the body of the rabbit and pick all the babies back into the litter box. Then you are good to go. And then monitor the progress of breastfeeding. So, the breastfeeding aspect, the mother will do all of that for the next 1 month. You can wean your rabbit from minimum of 4 weeks to maximum of 8 weeks. But if you are operating a commercial rabbit system, you want to hasten up your production, you can go for 4 weeks or 5 weeks for weaning stage. Weaning simply means you remove the babies from the mother. That's, you separate the babies from the mother after 4 to 8 weeks. That as at that age, the baby rabbits are already feeding. Come with me. So as you can see here, a baby rabbit, they are feeding in the feeding bowls. They are distracted with our attention here. So they are feeding with the feeding inside the feeding bowls. You can see them. By the time they are 4 weeks old, we'll remove them, we'll separate them from the mother. So already now they are eating very well. They are eating very well. And so that's a baby that's nippling on water system there. As a baby, so you can see they learn easily. They learn from their mother and they do what their mother is doing. So they eat from the same bowl, or anything their mother is eating from, they eat from it, and they also tap from the water system. So that is that about breeding rabbit.
Thanks for watching this video to the end, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, I will urge you to subscribe to the channel and press the bell notification icon so you can get notified anytime we drop a new video. Thank you.